大丈夫かな。じゃあ初めから。すっげえ前にやってる。第1章ボストンピアース探偵事務所。1924年ボストン。酒と睡眠薬で記憶を振り払う第一次大戦の退役軍人エドワード・ピアース。現在は立ち直りのための案件探しに苦慮する私立探偵。早急に新案件を見つけなければピアースは免許剥奪の危機である。大変だな。これ大丈夫かな。私が狂人ならばそれは神の慈悲だろう。鈍感ゆえおぞましい最後の時まで正気を保ている者がいるなら、その者に神の慈悲があることを願おう。あ、本編だ。わ、雨が。コントロールでしゃがみか。あ、ランタンとこれは無理か。あ、ランタンあるわ。ハリケーンランプ。インベントリでどうやって見るんだ。でボルトカッター。インベントリ何キーだ。えっとないのか。これで切ってほう。捧げ物。
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
hate whiskey.
夢か。新しい場所を発見。ああ、ようやく見えるね。これかな。ピアス探偵事務所。ウェントワース探偵事務所と契約した俺の探偵事務所。対戦の後、俺のような輩でも仕事に困らないボストンで旗を上げることにした。つまらん案件が続く。不倫、復讐、勘違いの失踪。古びたソファーはベッドよりも心地が悪く、それから空いたボトルも片付けなければなるまい。だがここは俺の場所だ。今のうちはな。金ないんだったな。おっと。酒。飲むでしょ。運命を左右します。大丈夫かな。
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
ピアス探偵事務所。俺の記憶を食い止める治療はもう必要ないと医者は言うが、これを止めれば戻ってくるのは分かっている。そうなればいつの日か俺には朝が来なくなるだろう。治療の甲斐なくまた夢で声を聞く。では今度は違う。正体不明だ。遠い昔の得体の知れない深淵から浮かび上がってくるようだ。俺を呼ぶこの声なき生物は、俺を呼ぶこの名もなき生物は何だか。生物
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
うるさいな。
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
これぐらいかな。アイテム。ライター。まあいっかな。
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader. I have business here to attend to. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
電話じゃないな、まだあるな。
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
俺を雇ったバーのオーナーは、案件の結果は気に食わなかった。だが法の道を踏み外している以上、その証拠を掴んだ探偵に立てつく術はあるまい。いるのかな。回しても何もなさそうだわ。先まだ行っちゃう。電話か。
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
ステフリか。8ポイントあるんだね。どうしよっか。話術、名簿、心理学、オカルト、医学、筋力調査。悩むな。オカルトは持っときたいかな。オカルト全部っぱでいっか。いや。あと4ポイント。医学。目星も上がるな。これでいっか。 これでいいか？いいか。
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
配送伝票。判読不能な部分もあるが、住所の一部は解読できる。ダークウォーター第36号倉庫。捜査報告。出火元はダイニングで一家全員が犠牲になったという。警察は事故として片付けているが、サラ・ホーキンスの精神的虚弱という主張を通す。それはなぜだろう。切り抜き、サラとダークウォーター出身の実業家、チャールズ・ホーキンスの結婚について書かれた一本の記事。二人はここで一人息子のサイモンと隠遁生活を送っている。で、絵か。音？
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
これかな。この世はただの絵だと思わないでもらいたい。
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
で、倉庫について聞くか。
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
で、どこに住んでいたか。
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
で、精神的虚弱についてかな。
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
で、この話何かがおかしい。
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
で、これで終わりかな。
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll note.
あれ
But I'll find some information on this island in there.
増えたな。長期度。ああ、まだ全然大丈夫だね。悪夢、エドワード・ピアーツは第一次大戦の大軍人で、ムーズ・アルゴンヌ攻勢に参加した。敵軍の砲火を浴びて壊滅したアメリカ部隊、ロストバタリオンの数少ない生存者である。戦友の亡骸に囲まれながら食料も医療品もなく数日間に至って持ちこたえることを余儀なくされた兵らは同胞からは死亡したものとされていた。ピアースはそのトラウマを背負っている。取り付いた悪夢を振り払うために睡眠薬で先に溺れていると。で、見ていくの大変だなこれ。見たいやつだけ見ていくか。サラ・ホーキンスの美術。一定層にとっては直感的で無双的な芸術家。別の一定層にとってはぼったくりなまがいもの。サラ・ホーキンスは良くも悪くも注目の的である。影に身を潜める謎深き画家。暴力的な色彩と野生的な筆遣いで世界に奇怪な絵を示す。これが世界を見る彼女の目であるなら、サラ・ホーキンスの世界とは別次元に開いたもんである。本。これかな？
Natural sciences,
違うわ。
linguistics, archaeology.
どれだ？
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
ダークウォーターとは14世紀より無人であり、失われた民族の遺物が今も無数に残されている。単純で原始的な信仰を伝える生きた証拠、ロマンを呼び起こしがちであるが、 彼らの神々というものがどれほど獰猛だったか忘れてはならない。置き去りにされた深い洞窟の壁を巨大な生物がまがまがしく飾り立てている。海の神なのか夢の神なのか知る者はいない。だが現代の島民であり、誇り高き捕鯨漁師の子孫らは覚えている。マサチューセッツ沖合に浮かぶ小島謎深く、なんだろう。
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to dark water.
これ
I
は
wonder why I still take these things.
睡眠薬。俺が戦争から戻った時に医者が処方したものだ。これが悪夢を終わらせてくれると断言してもらった。だが、それもつかの間、効き目が弱まってきている。お、手に入った。うん。知識だな。で、医学横覧第1巻。研修や新人を対象とした重厚な書。第1巻はあらゆる医の疾患を網羅している。症状と適当なる治療を、医学上がった？上がったね、2%。美味しい。
I used to be an avid reader.
何か増えてるかもしれない。ないか。じゃあ。ダークウォーター校。ピアスはホーキンス事件を受けた。呪われた画家が火事を起こし、自らと家族を犠牲にしたとされている。唯一の手がかりとして、彼女は父親に気味の悪い絵画を残していた。配送電球の住所はダークウォーター島のふとに建てられた倉庫。ここがピアスの調査の開始点になりそうだ。これで、クトゥルフの世界に巻き込まれていくと。
We're almost there.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
まあ、情報集めと言ったら酒場でしょう。
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
あ、禁酒法あるのか。
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
先に喧嘩を売ったのは俺じゃない。気が売った先に売ったのは俺じゃないぜ。こういった敬意も払いもしなかったんだ。やりすぎたですまない。まあ、おとなしく謝ろっかな。話術も筋力も振ってないんだよな。
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
じゃあまず倉庫かな。
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
この辺では禁酒法がないのか。
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
ダークウォーターについて。どうして雑食クジラなんだ。
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
サラ・ホーキンスについて。
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings.
Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
うん、変わっていたのは本当だ。それが真実なら悪く言うことにはならない。まあ悪く言うことにはならないんじゃないかな。
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
変わっていたのは本当だ。
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
あ、終わりかな。ダークウォーターについて。同じか。そう、ダークウォーターだ。飲み
Captain
物。
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
たったグラス一杯かしかないの。
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
運命を左右しやす。めっちゃ飲むやん。
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little
もう一杯いけ
pick-me-up.
る？
You want a drink?
2杯目を頼む。
Same again, please.
Here you go.
やべえ、この探偵。
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
もう一杯いける？
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
3って数字は収まりがいいからな。
One more, but it'll be the last.
They all say that.
There's rye in that.
うわ
Looks like Monsieur is a connoisseur. Not bad for a guy from the city.
いや、飲めるかな。
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
あ、さすがに飲めない。じゃあこれで終わりだね。
That'll be all for now.
バカみたいに飲んだじゃん。で、さっき見てたのは、
What you looking at, stranger?
飲めるな。
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
あ、終わりか。こっちはいけない。
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
最後の捕鯨。
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
この歌は何だい？
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
これぐらいか。
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
で、とりあえずこっち見るか。
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
奇跡の獲物の記事。シャンティ1847年5月21日。奇跡の獲物、スキュラーが飛行してダークウォーターを飢餓から救ってくれた。希望を捨てたところだった。火曜日の午後遅く、スキュラの乗組員あるいはその残党がダークウォーター港に戻った。島民たちは太りかけより島最後の捕鯨船を迎えた。勇敢なる船が積んだ目を疑うほどの獲物に驚嘆する人々。巨大なハクジラの体躯をしのぐそれはすでに奇跡の獲物と呼ばれ、デッキを埋め尽くしてもまだ余って船体からはみ出すほどであった。生き残った船乗りたちはその死闘を語る。その肉だけでなく品質も栄養も無類のものであった。このクジラの巨体でダークウォーターの多数の島民が食にありつけ、この土地に蔓延していた飢餓が終わるのは間違いない。しかし倉庫、マークス氏が漁業、工房、保管用に倉庫を貸し出している。新聞経由で連絡するか、不当にて直接訪問してほしい。座礁クジラの特別な夕食、勇敢な捕鯨員たちの帰還を祝し、座礁クジラの一同が特別に無料の宴会に招待しよう。家族や友人も誘い合わせて、キャットが振る舞う奇跡の、旅客をご賞味あれ。各人に漏れなく油一本の配布も用意した。見逃すことはなかれ。
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
はい。で、この人だけど、絵になんか書いてんだよな。
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My
これぐらいかな。
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
よし。お、ランタン。取れない。まあ、いろいろ見ていこっか。まずこれ。
Move back. Let the police do their work.
なんぞ。
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
予
Oh
言。
yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
さっきの話かな。
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
じゃあ倉庫について。
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops.
これ
They
は
can't understand.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that
ああ、
beast
そう
back
いう
in
こ
the
と
water, you shysters. You're crazy.
このでかいでやったのか。
They can't
すごいな。
understand.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no way to
understand. You're
treat
not
an omen.
sailors. Oh
いけない
yeah,
か。
sign. He's gonna get us into trouble.
で、こっちはいけなさそう。
We go where we want. Hey, you'll get us into trouble.
There's
You're
nothing for you
already in
here
trouble.
either. Beat it.
Come on, can we sort this
はい。
out? You can see he's half drunk. There's nothing.
じゃあ船長の場所行こうかな。その前にこっちは行けるね。みんな同じような顔してる。あ、で、そうだ。あの奥に座礁してるでかいの、確かスキラって名前じゃなかったっけな。映ったの。こっから見えるかな。いや、無理だわ。じゃあ船長話す前に周りを。
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
あ、やっぱさっきのなですキラー。
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
トイレか。
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
船長、契約条件は明確。配下を抜かりなく管理すること。我々が挑発することはできない。なお、このメッセージへの返信は不要。金は使えたものにキャット。キャット、あの女かな。で、船長の前にちょっと周りを。何もないか。お、医学書だ。第2巻は医療従事者の倫理と基本的観光を享受する。あ、いいね。医学上がるね。やらなくてよかったかもしれん。
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
フィッツロイ船長に似た男が全鏡でポーズを写っている写真、義足をしている。船長のあれかな、おじいさんとか。
What a macabre souvenir.
あ、これその義足か。なんか出なかった？気のせいか。これぐらいかな。じゃあ船長。
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
これかな。
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
ああ、わかんないのか。結局。で、デッキ。
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
じゃあ倉庫について。
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
ホーキンス一家が所有していたのかもですね。で、嘘をついて見当をつきません。私を甘く見ないでください。これが遊びだと思っているのか。私を甘く見ないでくださいだろう。
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
書類を読める状態じゃありません。
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
チャールズ・ホーキンスのなりわいは本当は何だったんですか？
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
ダークウォーターについて。キャットって誰ですか？
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office,
確か
but
に。
I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
この写真、奇妙なくらいあなたに似ていますね。
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
どうでシャチを見ました。
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
何がシャチを殺したんでしょうか？
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
神話ね。彼らはどうして海に戻そうとしているんですか？
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
で終わりか。その奇跡の獲物とは何なんですか？
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
あれはもう見たやつだね。じゃあ終わりか。
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
そうだ、ポイントもらってるんだね。2ポイント。最初しか医学とオカルト触れないのか。もったいなかったかな。リセットあんの？まあいっか。まあどれもあげれないしいっかな。2ポイント置いとこう。あっち行ける。のとここも通れるね。
Oh yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Where do you think you're going?
警察がここへ何をしているんですか？
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
他にこの倉庫に興味がある人がいるんですよね。
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
私たちは同じ側の人間です。私が探っている件に関係あるんです。話術をテストか、やってみようかな。
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
終わった。ホーキンスの件について知っていることはありませんか？
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
終わりか。で、倉庫行けないかな。見張ってるね。
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Wait, we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet.
どうも。
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
彼の動きを観察するか。どうしよっかな。キャットの下で働いているのか。
Cap. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
わあ。ここでも、増えたな。キャットのことを本当に恐れているんだな。
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
ここの持ち主は誰なんだ？
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
ここで何をしているのか改めて教えてもらおうか。
What are you guarding exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
で終わりか。この道はホーキンス倉庫に続いている。
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
終わりかな。
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
ここからは入れないと。おっといけるか。いや、無
How
理だ。
could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
なるほど。で、
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
あれ。ブレンダンって誰なんだ？
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
見張りをしている男たちは誰なんだはまあいっかな、分かってるし。山についてまあ聞きたいことも別にないけど。
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
まあいっかな。
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
何かないかな。これくらいなら乗り越えれそうな気もするけど。お、ピッキング。やるね。さすが探偵。隠しアイテムを見つける。目星スキルでは近距離にある隠しアイテムを察知できます。OK。お。
Hello, old friend.
酒のボトル。武田密造人のボスキャットから盗み出されたボトル。倉庫とモッパの脅しにはもってこいだ。おお、いいね。あ、これかな？ゾウ。オカルト。
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
化け物ついてるけど。こっちはもう終わりかな。じゃあさっきのやつにこの酒持ってってゆすればいいのか。
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
動きを観察、待てよ。像を壊したのはあんたかい？
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
嘘をつく。大丈夫かな？キャットに言われてきたんだ。
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
あれ？
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
What's with you wandering?
We saw you. Go die of
あの酒持ち出すんじゃないの？
I bid you, gentlemen.
別これ使ってどうこうってわけで
If
も
I can't get rid of
ない
those
の
two,
か。
I'll have to look for another way.
じゃあこっちかな。ああ、酒の瓶見せるっていう手も
What?
増えてる。
Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. I told you to beat it.
ダメか。なんもできん。あ、いなくなってるね。さっき移動したやつらがここにいたやつか。
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
奴らのボスが怖くないのか。
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
酒の密売人たちはこの辺りで何をしているんだ？
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
船長か。
I shall take my leave.
ここら辺見たら一回船長のとこ行こうかな。おっと。目星が反応してる。ハンドル。
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
まだ反応してるな、どこだ？目星の反応分かりづらいな。
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
これか？ラチェット装置。
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
あ、でもちょっと緑の点出てたね。
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
ここ通るとなんかやばい。緑色のガスみたいなのあるけど。あ、上がれる。上がって。
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
ハンドルをつけて、ラチェット装置をつけて、この場を去る。あれ？何か足りないのか。 そうだよな、目星まだ反応してるし。どこだ？外？通れない。でも中で完結してると思うんだよな。どこだ？目星振っとけよかった。今から振って間に合うかな。いや、ポイント上がっても多分レベル上がんないと意味ない気はするけど。まあ、いっか。さあ、どれだ？こういうのって一回見つかんないと、絶対泥沼にはまるんだよな。上か？いや、ないな。ないな。これどうしよう。反応はしてるんだよ、目星。一旦船長行くか。わからん。
You're back again. What can I do for you?
酒の密売人たちが倉庫への入り口を塞いでいる。
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
あ、それでさっきのやつ使うのか。
You're back again. What can I do for you?
増えてはないね。
I shall be on my way.
So
じゃあ、あとは何かを見つけないといけないわけか。あとなんだ足りないの。ここにあって、そこにあったんだからこの辺じゃないな。どこだ？あ、あった。歯車。
Should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
ようやく揃った。これを取り付けて、筋力大丈夫か？
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
いや、元軍人、筋力には自信あるはず。
Damn, I broke it.
バカ。バカでしょ、どうすんの。
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
何も言わない。
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
攻撃するか、で、アンダーキャットか。アンダーキャットか。
You don't have to do this.
Of course I do. And I'll even take pleasure in doing it.
あれ選択肢押せてない。あ。
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
やっべ、遅かった。
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
あ、ここか。どうすればいいのかな。取引話せばいけるかな。
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
あ、いたいた。
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend.
新しい仲間。
You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
本当のことを話すか嘘をつく。まあ、ここは嘘をつくでしょ。
I'm fascinated by the history of the whaling station.
Huh. You certainly don't lack style. But enough of the jokes. You reek of private eye. Who did you come for?
The Hawkins family.
Now why doesn't that surprise me? A little advice, though. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
倉庫に入るには助けが必要なんだ。
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
そのリスクを負ったというのか。
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
まあ、従うか、そうしよ
う。Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective.
選択肢あったよね、さっき。
Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah.
まだやってるよこいつら。あれ？お、通れる。
We saw this guy poking around here.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
で、どっちだ？なんかいろんなルートありそうだな。筋力上げてればさっきの地下も通れただろうし。
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
ああ、こことかから行けたのかな。ピッキングしてない？
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
よし。
Oh, this place stinks.
あ、ポイントゲットした。
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
再現モード。再現モードで再現シーンか。まずこれかな。心理学。
What happened here?
鏡を殴ったと。
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
再現シーンは出る。いや、まだなんかあるだろう。
It smells as bad as it looks.
お。
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago.
痛み止め。
Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins' death.
あ。
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
睡眠薬だ。と、これか。
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
で、これもか。
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
これで終わりかな。目星も反応してないし。よし。調べれるとこはないか。じゃあポイント2ポイントあるね。目星で。
Someone has settled in here.
え？
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
噂のブラッドリー。
Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
脅す。協力。他に放棄に興味がある人がいるようですね。この件終わったらそれに程遠いですよ。脅しちゃう？
You sent your men away. Bad idea. I see only one overweight police officer and one hardened veteran.
How dare you? I am a representative of the law.
Relax. Look what I found. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door?
誰か言うわけか。
This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
あ、チャプター変わったね。なら多分セーブ来るし、ここで終わろっかな。
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
Hmm, 次回はここの探索か。
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
あー、これ見るのか。多いな。屋敷は火事で焼け落ちたのかと思ってました。
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
この場所は廃墟化してきていますね。
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
あなたはこの場所をよく知っていますよね。
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
ウィンチェスターの話は前に聞きました。
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
何か気をつけることはありますか？
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
まあ、クトゥルフで言ったら一時的な狂気とはそういう感じなんだろうね。
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
断るなんて選択肢あるのか。断ろっかな。
You stay here and keep an eye on things.
Okay, but don't get the impression that I'll leave you alone inside the mansion.
あ、マジで一人で行くんだ。じゃあ次回、ここから。